a gun.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the last part of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2, a fragmentary passage. Did I get it right?
Close enough.
Close enough! And as normal with our ending of LPs, for the Kingdom Hearts games, we will be reading the journal, or what is equivalent to the journal, which in this case is just this story tab that I am currently hovering over. Also, sorry, man, you're going to probably have to deal with my mouse. Actually, you don't. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to be...
we did skim over it last time. There's one really obnoxiously big tab, and the others are, like, nothing.
Yeah. The story so far, which is the very long one, we will be reading. We'll basically be handing it off. I say
maybe every 2 paragraphs.
Wait, embark on.
These are categorized headers. We can just do that.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do it by category then. So that makes sense. And since it's my, I'm LPing the game, I will start off. Then we'll hand it off one by one. This is the only one that's particularly lengthy. There's some other ones that have a little bit of length to it, but they're not like super duper lengthy. So, alright. Here we go. The beginning. Destiny Islands. A small set of islands and the home of a young man yearning for adventure. Years later, Master Keyblade, no longer a young man. I don't have the Keyblade sound set up for this. Oh well, whatever. Unfortunate, but I'm sorry. Returns home. Donned in a black coat, he carries at his side a young boy, Ventus, wrapped in white cloth. Ventus's eyes are devoid of life. He has lost a piece of his heart, the result of one of Xehanort's experiments. Xehanort places him on the ground and begins to walk away when a miracle occurs. Ventus's heart manages to repair itself, and a Keyblade appears in his hand. Through his surprise, Xehanort smiles as he hatches a new plan.
Walking on a journey. At the land of Plat, a world protected by generations of Keyblade masters, Terra, Aqua, and Ventus train under Master Eriquez in the hopes of becoming masters themselves. The day before Terra and Aqua are to take the Mark of Master exam, the three gaze up at the night sky, each with Aqua's handmade wayfinder in hand. Little do they know, this would be the last night they share together. On the day of the exam, Xehanort is there to witness Terra and Aqua demonstrate their abilities. Though both are slated to receive the title of Master, Xehanort insists both of them take the test. During their demonstration, Terra finds Aqua's strength overwhelming and subconsciously resorts to using the power of darkness. For this, Master Eriquez grants only Aqua the title of Master. Xehanort approaches the devastated Terra and encourages him to embrace the dark. Feeling relieved, Terra finds himself placing trust in him. A short while later, Master Eriquez and his students receive a word from Master Yensid, a powerful sorcerer who watches over the realm of dark monsters called the Unversed have appeared in all corners of the world, and the princesses of are in danger. Xehanort is also nowhere to be found. Eriquez informs Aqua and Terra that they are to defeat these creatures and find Xehanort. Meanwhile, a mysterious boy in a mask appears before Ventus and hints at Terra's bleak future. Worried, Ventus leaves the land of departure to chase after his friend. As for Aqua, Master Eriquez instructs her to retrieve Ventus and keep an eye on Terra.
Perfect. Footsteps in the dark. On its journey across the worlds, Terra learns of Xehanort's interest in the pure hearts of light.
I'm glad you adjusted my pronunciation for the names.
In the Unversed connection to the masked boy. Look, I have to. You kept it up, so I have to now. As Aqua watches from afar, she becomes worried about her friend and his affinity to the darkness. Meanwhile, Ventus continues to search for Terra when the masked boy appears, Keyblade in hand. As the two battle, Ventus finds himself backed into a corner. Suddenly, a Keyblade wielder calling himself Mickey appears together and defeat the masked boy. Mickey explains that he trained under Yensid and that he rushed off without permission when he realized the worlds are in trouble. In the same situation himself, Ventus quickly befriends his new ally, because Ventus just wants friends.
That is the entire point of his story, Birth by Sleep. He just wants friends.
It really is. Seeking the counsel of one of wiser than himself, Terra visits Yen Sid. There, the young man explains his appearance, or the experience of the appearance I can read of the Unversed and disappearance of Xenonort, and is told to think of them as one problem. After departing from Yen Sid's tower, Terra hears Xenonort's voice call out to him. The two meet, and Xenonort confesses to his past crimes. It is his fault the masked boy, Vanitas, exists. He is a creation of pure darkness that came from Ventus, and Xenonort requests Terra to right the wrong he has created. Terra accepts.
Converging and diverging. Terra heads to the city of Radiant Garden to fulfill his promise to Xenonort. Unbeknownst to him, his closest friends are there too. For what can only be called a coincidence. Get used to that. Aqua sees a young girl being attacked by the Unversed and rushes to her side. Mickey, arrives just in time to help. After they defeat the monsters, Mickey, and Aqua speak briefly before he is whisked away by the Star Shard. Sensing a special within the young girl, Aqua casts a magic spell on her to protect her from the darkness. Elsewhere in the city, Ventus is on the trail of a large Unversed when he crosses paths with Terra and Aqua. The three combine their powers and defeat the Unversed. Their happy reunion is short-lived. Terra discovers that Aqua has been sent by Master Ericles to follow him, and he storms off, feeling betrayed by his friends and mentor. Shortly after, a man named Bray confronts Terra, claiming he's taken Xenonort hostage. He challenges Terra for his keyblade. The two battle until Terra emerges victorious. Light on the power of darkness. To win, however, Terra is disappointed and convinces himself that he cannot return home. Freed from Brake's imprisonment, Xenonort explains to Terra that he had not been controlled by the darkness, but had successfully channeled it instead. He then convinces Terra to become his pupil. Terra accepts. Shortly after, he leaves to continue his search for Vanitas. After her battle with the masked boy, Aqua decides to resolve everything herself without getting her friends further involved. Ventus, left behind by the others, again, meets a young boy named Lee, and the two become fast friends. No wonder Ventus wants more friends. They keep ditching him.
I just want to say real quick, too, I was thinking about this. If somebody gets hit by a Keyblade, does that mean they've technically been bequeathed?
I mean, if we're going by the Jack Sparrow logic, then yes.
What if their hand touches it? True ambitions revealed. While in the lanes between, Terra feels a warm light and follows it to Destiny Islands. There, he meets Raikou and learns that the young boy wishes to become strong to protect the things that matter to him. Terra, seeing himself in Raikou, bequeaths the power of the Keyblade to him and promises him that they will meet again someday. Guided by the same light, Aqua finds her way to Destiny Islands. She realizes that someone had passed Raikou the power of the Keyblade and wondered if it was Terra. Aqua, sensing the extraordinary strength of his friend Sora's heart, instructs Sora to stick by Raikou and keep him safe. While rescuing Mickey, Ventus runs into his former master, Xenonort. The reunion reawakes the boy's sleeping memories, and Xenonort urges his former pupil to clash with Vanitas in order to forge the Keyblade. He also tells the boy to seek out Ericles to learn the truth. Ventus returns to Ericles in search of answers, but after hearing what his pupil has learned about the Keyblade, Ericles raises his Keyblade, determined to eliminate the boy and thwart Xenonort's plan of forging the Terra arrives just in time and battles his
another
master.
journal description we had before, either Birth by Sleep or Dream Baptism, I don't remember which one. One of them said that he was trying to lock Ventus away. So are they retconning it back to what it originally was now?
Yeah, I think they are. I think it was Birth by Sleep too.
I just noticed, I was like, wait a minute.
Terra arrives in time, battles the master to protect his friend. Yeah. Near the battle's end, Xenonort appears and strikes down the weakened Ericles. Xenonort? I don't know if I said Xenonort, but Xenonort. He then urges Terra to meet him at the Keyblade graveyard. There, Xenonort says he can witness Aqua and Ventus fall with his own eyes. That's messed up, bro.
Yeah, it really is.
Before his battle with Eriquis, Terra tries to move Ventus to a safe place, Destiny Islands, but Vanitas is already there and tells the boy that they must clash to forge the Keyblade. Ventus, however, refuses to fight. To spur him into action, Vanitas reveals his plan to deal with Aqua and Terra at the Keyblade graveyard. Aqua finds Mickey in the lanes between and returns him to Yen Sid. There, she learns that Master Eriquis has been struck down by Xenonort and Terra. She races to the Keyblade graveyard to confront her friend and discover the truth.
Forging the Keyblade! The three friends assemble at the Keyblade graveyard, a barren plain filled with countless lifeless keys left behind from the Keyblade War. Xenonort claims it to be the place where all Keyblade wielders leave their mark on fate. It is where the decisive battle would take place, and in turn summoned Kingdom Hearts! My voice is already dying, that's fun. Terra tells Aqua and Ventus that he has come to settle the score with Xenonort, who had tricked them into defeating their master. Aqua insists that doing so is exactly what Xenonort wants. Ventus then confesses that he may have to fight Vanitas, which would result in the forging of the Keyblade! He urges his friends to put an end to him if it comes to that. Xenonort and Vanitas arrive, and the battle begins. Terra, separated from his friends, stands alone as he faces Xenonort. Ventus attempts to protect his friend, but is frozen by his former master. Terra, consumed with rage, raises his Keyblade! Aqua watches over Ventus, but Braig appears and the two clash. She defeats him, but is then attacked by Vanitas. Before he can deliver the final blow, Ventus summons the strength to unfreeze himself, somehow, and fights Vanitas, thus forging the Keyblade!
I don't think you can summon strength to unfreeze yourself. I don't think that's how that works.
No, but you definitely can't. Xenonort unlocks his heart and tries to possess the body of Terra. Terra summons his armor to protect himself, but it crumbles to the ground and his body becomes a new vessel for Xenonort, who becomes Terra Xehanort. But Terra's heart is not gone. His will lingers within his armor and clashes of Terra Xehanort. Aqua awakens to the sight of Mickey, and the body of Ventus fused with Vanitas. In Ventus's hand is the Keyblade! Mickey, Aqua are no match for the wielder of the legendary blade, however. By relying on the power of her friends, Aqua summons enough strength to shatter the weapon. Ventus begins fighting back from within Vanitas, somehow, and to prevent total union of their souls, Ventus decides to destroy the Keyblade, even if it means his heart might vanish forever.
Retrieving a heart! After the clash at the Keyblade graveyard, Mickey finds Aqua and Ventus in the lanes between and takes them to Yen Sid's tower. Aqua awakens to learn that Ventus's heart is asleep and Terra's whereabouts are unknown. She then decides to seek out Terra and find a safe place for Ventus to rest. Aqua returns to the land of departure with Ventus and sees Master Eriquis' Keyblade in the ground. She picks it up and, remembering her mentor's words, uses it to lock the land away. It transforms into Castle Oblivion, where card games are abundant, and Aqua hides the body of Ventus within one of its chambers. While departing, she hears the voice of Terra, who asked her to put an end to him. Aqua follows the voice to Radiant Garden.
Wait, Terra asked to put an end to you? I thought that was Ventus.
Yeah, I thought that was Ventus to put an end to him if things it didn't work with the whole Keyblade and stuff. Aqua follows the voice to Radiant Garden, where she encounters Terra Xenonort. Quickly realizing that someone has taken over her friend's body, which was very apparent in the first place, she fights the mysterious man to get her friend's heart back. During the battle, a light begins to shine from within light begins to shine from within the man's body.
I know, these are really long. You start slipping.
Realizing that Terra is fighting back, Terra Xenonort turns his Keyblade on himself. Without a heart, Terra Xenonort begins to fall into darkness. Aqua grabs Terra, but soon realizes that they both won't make it out in time. Aqua entrusts Terra's body to her armor instead of both of them for some reason, places her Keyblade in his hand, and sends him back to the realm of light. She herself continues to descend into darkness promising to one day to return to Wake Ventus. Back in Radiant Garden, Ansem the Wise follows his disciple Braig to where the body of Terra Xenonort lies. Though the mysterious man has lost his memories, he recalls his name, Xenonort. Hearing the familiar name, Braig grins. Aqua wanders within the darkness, wary from her endless encounters with the dark creatures. Eventually, she finds herself surrounded by monsters and wonders if it's time to give up. Just then, two lights appear in the distance, and Terra and Ventus's Keyblade soar from the darkness and defeat the creatures. Filled with a new hope, Aqua smiles as she continues her trek through the darkness. Alright, you get the best paragraph here.
Yeah, seriously. Wandering through the darkness. As Aqua roams the dark world, she comes up upon a familiar sight, the Castle of Dreams. That was difficult. Okay, moving on. How long did that take?
15,
just for that one part.
15 minutes, 16 minutes, basically.
Okay, so it's probably going to be like another
5 to 10 minutes.
Like 7, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
For this.
Well, time for the rest of it, guys, and all this is pretty damn short. Alright, me first, because Mayo was the last to read. Prologue. The world is coming to an end as Kingdom Hearts envelops everything in sight. A beautiful spectacle despite the bleak reality. A dark-cloaked figure watches from afar. A large black box by his feet. Oh no. His hands rest upon the hilt of a keyblade, decorated with an emblem of a goat. In the center of the blade is a giant and glistening eye that reflects countless keyblades abandoned by their wielders.
As the Battle of Xenonort draws near, Yensid reveals the existence of Keyblade wielders Ventus, Terra, and Aqua. 3 of the 7 guardians of... However, all have disappeared from this world. Not entirely true, mind you. Terra is still around.
Yep.
And debatably so is Ventus. The king had encountered one, Aqua, in the realm of darkness, and he shares their tale.
Ooh. Dark World, Castle of Dreams. Wandering through the realm of darkness, Aqua discovers a familiar sight, the Castle of Dreams. Hey, I remember you reading that. There, she sees Terra, but he vanishes without a word. Was it merely a vision projected by her hopes? Her memories? Wow, that was hard. No, you get a long one.
Yeah, now I get. Okay, so as she continues to explore the darkness, she comes across a glass coffin, identical to the one from Dwarf Woodlands. In it lies an illusion of Ventus. Seeing her friend, she is reminded of her promise to return and wake him. Feeling as though she's being watched, she turns around to discover a mirror. She leans in to touch it, and hand reaches out to pull her inside. Once there, she's attacked by phantom versions of herself, all of whom try to break her resolve. Aqua prevails, and manages to escape the world. However, it makes her realize the darkness slowly eating away at her through the weakness of her heart.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have a weak heart, idiot. Gosh.
Such an obvious fix.
Enchanted Dominion. Ooh, I get a longer one. Dark World, Enchanted Dominion. Before Aqua stands another familiar sight. This one covered in ivy, Enchanted Dominion. As she's about to venture inside, illusions of Terra and Ventus appear. Though she knows in her heart her friends aren't really there, she chases after them. Defeating dwellers of darkness along the way, she finally catches up to her friends. However, only Terra responds to her voice, as his heart is still connected to the darkness. Ventus, his expression vacant, still sleeps in his hiding place. Okay, so that makes sense on why he was talking then. I can get behind that, you know?
Yeah, that was already confirmed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I even said that back then.
You probably did. Also, your brother is being noticeable today.
Oh, I know. Somebody must have ripped his toenail off or something from how he's yelling.
Oh, no. Anyways, Terra explains that Xenonort is looking for Ven. As Aqua is about to reassure him, all of a sudden, Terra begins to act strangely. He is taken over by Xenonort, who yearns to discover where Ven is hiding. However, Terra's heart holds strong, and they struggle. Out of nowhere, large hands grab Aqua and Ven, lifting them off their feet. As she loses consciousness, she watches Terra muster all her strength and pull away from Xenonort's hold. Oh, you get an even longer one.
Oh, yay! Dark World Destiny Islands. As Aqua drifts within the darkness, Mickey reaches out for her. She awakens only to realize the images of Terra and Ventus are nowhere to be seen. She then learns from Mickey that 10 years have passed in the realm of and that the threat of darkness looms ever closer. On top of that, Terra still hasn't been found, despite the fact we just found him. Mickey explains that he's looking for a Keyblade that can prevent the spreading of darkness. And Aqua decides to search with him.
Also, we met him as Lingering Will. So,
yeah, that too. Although I'm not entirely sure if that's supposed to be canon or not.
True.
Before long, they arrive on a beach beneath a clear blue sky. Aqua shares that this is the place she met Sora and Raikou, Destiny Islands. Hearing that convinces Mickey that they're in the right place. They find a cave, and within it, behind a door, the Keyblade! Mickey takes it in his hand. A bright engulfs them, and when they open their eyes, they find themselves before an open door to Kingdom Hearts to prevent darkness from escaping and destroying other worlds. Mickey knows he must close the door with the combined power of his and Sora's Keyblades. It's not long before Raikou appears to close the door, but he's chased by a monster of darkness. Aqua steps in front of the creature's path and is swept outside the cave. The door to the outside world vanishes, separating Mickey and Aqua. As Aqua fights the monster, she realizes that she cannot go home yet, but knows she'll make it there one day. Then together, Sora and Mickey close the door to Kingdom Hearts. Sora and Riku did, not Sora and Mickey. Did you play the first game?
Also, just stood there. She definitely could have gotten out. It was all Mickey's fault. He admits to it, even.
Yeah.
And he also admits that he regrets not telling anyone for some reason. Also, I'm really disappointed they didn't mention that his shirt got taken off.
Yeah.
They had one job. Anyways, ending.
They get a nice easy one.
Laying on the beach, Aqua watches as the world restores itself around her. What world? Left behind in the darkness. She falls deeper and deeper into the abyss. However, her expression is peaceful and serene. May our hearts be our guiding key. In the dark margin, a figure in... Is that the official name of that place?
The dark margin? I guess so.
Interesting. In the dark margin, a figure in black stands amongst the rocks. Slowly, Aqua approaches him. Oh! Sora!
Donald and Goofy, yes. The king's story ends there. Yensid reveals that he had forbidden Mickey from speaking of his meeting with Aqua because no one held the power to rescue her from the realm of darkness. BS, you know it. However, things have changed. The king and Raikou are determined to save her. Meanwhile, the new Keyblade wielder Kairi begins her training with Lee under the wizard Merlin.
Okay, I take it back. It's all Yensid's fault, not Mickey's. Okay, both their faults, but
that's canon.
Yeah.
Mickey's guilty, but Yensid's the one to blame. Sora returns from his journey to the sleeping worlds and reunites with Donald and Goofy. Yensid states that in order to defeat Xehanort, Zora must reclaim the powers he lost from nearly becoming a dark vessel and acquire the ability to awaken sleeping allies. With that, Sora, Donald, and Goofy embark on a brand new adventure, and that is that.
I'm eating a cracker.
Oh, well, I guess I have to do the wrap-up then. Thank you all for watching. Next time we're going to start Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed this very short LP.
I don't even know if I would consider... This is more of like the prologue to Kingdom Hearts 3's LP. I would consider these together is like a bundle. Obviously, I'm still going to make a thumbnail for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I feel like this is more of a Birth by Sleep 2 than part of Kingdom Hearts 3.
True. But I mean, like, I would bundle them together as like a full LP, if that makes sense. Just because of how short this game is and how it literally ties directly into Kingdom Hearts 3. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Yeah, this very short LP. I'm glad I made monkey noises in the last part. It was worth it. And the part before this, not the actual last part of the LP. So yeah, in the next part, you will be seeing us start Kingdom Hearts 3 as Mayo Doctor right there. He's right over there. You can probably see him.
Yep, hello.
Said. So, see you guys in the next part or next LP of Kingdom Hearts 3 if you stick around for that. Just remember, chicken tenders are delicious, toast is amazing, eggnog is perfect this time of year, and
Eggnog amazing, and so is toast. All toast is toast, in fact.
And you know what? All chicken tenders. Goodbye.